so. And we'll be back here at 6. Hope you'll join us.
If it's Tuesday, it's Beat the Press.
I've watched you on television. You're a real beauty. You're a sleaze because you know the facts, and you know the facts well.
Also tonight.
Obviously, there was a street here. Yes, sir. Now it's covered in feet of water.
Texas floodwaters reach historic highs. Horses take refuge on porches. The death of a beloved gorilla. Is anyone at fault? Police open an investigation. And the children of gun violence.
When I was 9, I saw my father die.
Talking their way through the pain.
Kids learn how to compose narratives that turn their harrowing personal experiences into recorded stories.
This is the CBS Evening News with Scott Pelley.
Today, Donald Trump detailed millions of dollars that he's donated to veterans' charities, which might have been a celebration, except he could not conceal his resentment that he had been forced to do it. Reporters have been pressing the presumptive presidential nominee for details of these donations. It's the kind of scrutiny that any candidate faces, but we were reminded today Trump is not any candidate. Major Garrett was there.
I have raised a tremendous amount of money for the vets, almost $6 million.
$5.6 million to be exact. For the first time, Donald Trump identified the recipients and amounts.
Folds of Honor Foundation, $200,000. Foundation for American Veterans, $75,000. This is a special night for me.
Trump said he raised the money for veterans groups in January while boycotting a debate in Iowa.
We just cracked $6 million, right? $6 million.
But Trump could offer no proof he actually raised that sum. And finally, just last week, he made good on his donation of $1 million. Continued scrutiny led Trump to divulge more details today.
So how personally involved were you in deciding which organizations were going to be recipients and how much they got?
I wasn't too involved in picking the organizations, other than I gave $1 million to the law enforcement Marine. They are fabulous people. They honored me last year at the Waldorf Astoria.
Today, Trump torched reporters who questioned where the money went.
The press should be ashamed of themselves. I have never received such bad publicity for doing such a good job.
Don't you believe you should be accountable to the people?
Oh, I'm totally accountable, but I didn't want to have credit for it. Now, actually, though, what I got was worse than credit because they were questioning me.
That sustained scrutiny appeared to gall Trump most of all.
You know my opinion to the media, it's very low. There are a couple of people that were really disgusting.
Trump even singled out individual reporters.
Excuse me, I've watched you on television. You're a real beauty. He's a sleaze, in my book. You're a sleaze.
Outside Trump Tower, veterans like Alexander McCoy, a registered Democrat, denounced Trump.
What Donald Trump doesn't understand is that he cannot buy the votes of veterans of this country.
Army veteran Perry O'Brien served in Afghanistan.
He has no integrity, and he has no interest in actually supporting veterans. He's only interested in supporting himself.
We have verified donations to 31 of the 41 veterans organizations Trump identified. Scott, taken together, these groups received just under $4.4 million from Trump or his affiliated foundation.
Major Garrett at Trump headquarters in Manhattan. Major, thank you. Now, have a look at this piece of political drama. Jerry Brown, Bill Clinton, 1992, competing for the Democratic presidential nomination.
He is funneling money to his wife's law firm for state business.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself for jumping on my wife. You're not worth being on the same platform as my wife.
I'll tell you something, Mr. Clinton.
Well, politics makes strange bedfellows. Today, Governor Jerry Brown jumped on the Hillary Clinton bandwagon, endorsing her for president just 1 week before the California primary. The polls show that she leads in California, but Bernie Sanders is fighting to steal the Golden State. There was a scare yesterday at a Sanders stop in Oakland. Animal rights activists jumped barricades and rushed the candidate, but the bodyguards surrounded Sanders and the protesters were arrested. Tonight, Southeast Texas is getting exactly what it does not need, more rain. Severe flooding has forced more than 1,000 people to flee their homes. The Brazos River near Houston is at historic levels. 2 years ago, it was dry in the drought. But now at least 8 people have drowned in the Lone Star State, and Manuel Bojorquez is there.
The Brazos River in southeast Texas hasn't looked like this in more than half a century. It rose above a record 53 feet, flooding property and homes, leaving livestock huddled around mere inches of dry ground. The only way around some communities near the river is by boat, or in Pedro Chavez's case, a borrowed kayak and an old mop to row.
You look around, how would you describe the situation here?
I mean, shocking, because you've been living here for your whole life and you never knew it was going to come anywhere close to this.
He says less than 24 hours ago, this was dry land.
How worried are you that it's going to keep rising?
I mean, I'm a little worried because, it's going to rain for the rest of the week.
The flooding here is the result of up to 20 inches of rain upstream within the last 5 days. This is what the river typically looks like. Here's what it will look like when it crests, an entire 8 feet above flood stage. There's so much water, the flow is the equivalent of more than 35 million water bottles per minute.
This is the first time it's ever come up like this. Well, I'm nervous. I'm anxious. It gives you a lot of anxiety.
About 1,000 homes here in Fort Bend County are under a mandatory evacuation, including these. The river is expected to crest tonight, but it's not expected to go down for days. Scott, that's partly because this area could see an additional 2 inches of rain before the week is over.
Manuel Bojorquez in the disaster area for us tonight. Manuel, thank you. Now, have a look at Lubbock, Texas on Sunday. A sandstorm overwhelmed the airport, turning day into night in minutes. These storms are common on the Llano Estacado, but this was a big one. The temperature dropped 18 degrees. Tonight, in an abrupt change, the police say they will question the parents of a boy who fell into a gorilla enclosure at the Cincinnati Zoo. Today, it seemed like everyone had an opinion about the fatal shooting of a rare gorilla that threatened the boy, and here's Jamie Yukas.
Cincinnati police are now investigating the parents of the 3-year-old boy who tumbled into the gorilla exhibit. On Monday, zoo director Thane Maynard defended the parents.
I'm not a big finger pointer. Do you know any 4-year-olds? They can climb over anything.
Despite the mounting criticism, the zoo is standing by their decision to kill the endangered western lowland gorilla. The incident has raised questions about the zoo's security procedures. They are still investigating how the boy made his way past a 3-foot-high fence and through 4-foot plants and shrubs before dropping 15 feet into the gorilla habitat. Ed Hansen is with the American Association of Zookeepers.
In a zoo environment, some barriers look like climbing apparatuses. They look like jungle gyms. And a moment's distraction is going to have a disastrous result.
The zoo has had previous issues with enclosures. In March, 2 polar bears temporarily escaped from their exhibit at the Cincinnati Zoo after a zookeeper accidentally left a door open. No one was hurt. Online backlash of the boy's mother has been relentless. CBS News has learned she's even received death threats. Wildlife biologist Jeff Corwin says parents need to be more attentive.
We, as visitors, have a responsibility to be paying attention, keeping tab on members of our family, not being distracted by technology and social media, and ultimately using common sense.
The USDA has not opened a formal investigation just yet, but is looking to see if the Animal Welfare Act was violated. Scott, the last time the agency inspected the Cincinnati Zoo was in April.
Jamie Yukas reporting. Jamie, thank you. Well, today the U.S. State Department warned Americans about visiting Europe and the potential for terrorist attacks there, especially at events including the Tour de France bike race and the European Soccer Championships. Such attacks are often timed to the Muslim holy month of Ramadan, which begins next week, but there is no specific threat. Tonight, the Iraqi army is engaged in the largest battle yet against ISIS. Iraq is trying to eject ISIS from Fallujah, a city of about 300,000. Iraq is fighting with an odd coalition of U.S. advisors and Iranian forces. They're meeting stiff resistance as they try to encircle the city. Mark Phillips is following the story.
The Iraqis say they and the U.S.-led coalition have been pounding ISIS strongholds in Fallujah from the air and from the ground in what's becoming one of the biggest set-piece battles ever fought against so-called Islamic State. Iraqi forces supported by Shiite militias and with the backing of the U.S. and Iran have been trying to soften up dug-in ISIS positions. But the push toward Fallujah has produced a push back. The Iraqis have had to fight off an ISIS counteroffensive along Fallujah's southern outskirts. And while large numbers of government troops are poised there, the full assault into the city seems some way off. If and when the assault comes, it will have to take account of the estimated 50,000 civilians trapped in the town. These are some of the 4,000 or so who have managed to get out. But they are almost all women and children. The men, they say, have been taken away. The fear is that ISIS militants are holding people back to use as human shields. The people are between the hammer of the army and militias and the anvil of Daesh, or ISIS, this imam says. Those who are inside cannot leave, and those who are outside cannot help them. Aid agencies are already calling the battle for Fallujah a human tragedy, but calls for corridors to be established to let civilians escape the fighting have so far, Scott, produced nothing.
Mark Phillips in the London newsroom tonight. Mark, thank you. It was a violent holiday weekend in Chicago. There were 42 shootings and 6 people were killed. That shooting epidemic is claiming other victims as well, the children who witnessed the violence. Dean Reynolds now on a program that helps them deal with their wounds.
3 to 5 shots fired in the area.
Someone who just got shot in the leg. The police dispatch calls come with numbing regularity.
With a gunshot wound to the neck. There's a 12-year-old male shot at that location.
But for those who see what the rest of us only hear, there's a pain that is real and long-lasting. And on the far south side of Chicago, young eyewitnesses are trying to talk their way through it.
At our gas station, somebody was killed right there at the corner.
In a 16-week program called Story Squad, kids 8 to 18 learn how to compose narratives that turn their harrowing personal experiences into recorded stories.
I remember being about 7 when I first got caught in a crossfire. I was standing on my porch waiting for my pops to come down the stairs.
16-year-old Malik Hunter was one of the first participants.
What does it give you to talk about it?
It just helps me inside.
These children's stories are unimaginable to Chicagoans who live just a few miles away.
When I was 9, I saw my father die. We were at the gas station, then they did a drive-by.
For 14-year-old Edward, 15-year-old Jaleesa, 14-year-old Sierra, and Malik, they are not fairy tales.
Have you all witnessed the shootings?
Yes.
Like around here?
Rome was right by the side of my house.
One was in front of my house.
So you can create an emotional state of mind with sounds and words and music, right?
Grant Burr runs this program. He's part sound engineer, part social worker.
Does it ever feel good to just get it out too, though, and feel like you got it out and now it's out? The next stage of Story Squad is finding ways to plug in these stories into a policy environment where they can have real impact.
I was so mad.
And while talking about it does help, these are still children after all.
All of a sudden, I heard 3 gunshots. One of my brothers turned around and said, "Ma, I got shot."
Take your time.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. How's your brother today?
He's doing good.
So one story, at least, has a happy ending. Dean Reynolds, CBS News, Chicago.
Why are so many sharks lurking off the California coast? And there are new guidelines for preventing the spread of Zika when the CBS Evening News continues.
When you pick up that phone, two things will happen. One, you'll learn the farm is yours. Two, you'll be happy that the Humana health coach you worked with focused on your strength. Because when it comes to your new career, mornings start with a heavy commute. The corporate ladder is really a ladder, and your new coworkers are covered in feathers. Great things are ahead of you when your health is ready for them. At Humana, we can help you with a personalized plan for your health for years to come.
To you, they're more than just a pet. So protect them with Canine Advantix 2. It kills fleas, ticks, and mosquitoes. Canine Advantix 2 for the love of dog.
If you're taking multiple medications, does your mouth often feel dry? A dry mouth can be a side effect of many medications, but it can also lead to tooth decay and bad breath. That's why there's Biotene. Available as an oral rinse, toothpaste, spray, or gel, Biotene can provide soothing relief, and it helps keep your mouth healthy, too. Remember, while your medication is doing you good, a dry mouth isn't. Biotene, for people who suffer from a dry mouth.
Olay Regenerist renews from within, plumping surface cells for a dramatic transformation without the need for fillers. Your concert team might show your age. Your skin never will. Olay Regenerist. Olay, ageless. And try the microsculpting cream you love, now with lightweight SPF 30.
You don't let anything keep you sidelined. That's why you drink Ensure with 9 grams of protein and 26 vitamins and minerals. For the strength and energy to get back to doing what you love. Ensure, always be you.
Over the weekend, a woman was bitten and severely wounded by a shark off Corona del Mar, California. We sent Carter Evans to find out what's attracting the sharks.
Still no swimming allowed at the beach where a shark attacked 52-year-old Maria Korchmaros on Sunday. She was training for a triathlon, swimming about 500 feet offshore when the shark struck.
She had extensive lacerations to her right arm.
Dr. Umberto Sari says Korchmaros will survive, but the shark left a very large bite mark.
It extends from upper torso area down to the pelvis.
A lot of these sharks spend most of their time literally 100 feet off the beach.
Marine biologist Chris Lowe has been tracking the growing shark population off Southern California for more than a decade.
Right now, if I put this camera in the water, we're going to see a leopard shark.
In 2014, he showed us how his team is using underwater drones to follow and observe sharks. Lowe says the number of juvenile great whites in the area is rising significantly. They're drawn to warm water here caused by El Nino and an abundance of fish to feed on. They also have no predators, and great whites are a protected species.
The questions that we're trying to answer now are, why are they at these beaches? How long do they stay at these beaches? What makes this beach so much more special than that beach?
Lowe says the 6 to 7 foot long juvenile great whites are skittish and usually stay away from swimmers. But with more sharks and more people in the water,
I think the rate of shark attack is going to continue to go up. And the reason for that is simple math.
Now, doctors tell me the bite mark on this woman was 18 inches wide. Experts say that means this was likely an adult great white shark, at least 10 feet long. Scott, back to you.
Carter Evans reporting. Carter, thank you. Coming up next, a baby born in the U.S. has a birth defect caused by Zika.
To folks out there whose diabetic nerve pain shoots and burns its way into your day, I hear you. To everyone with this pain that makes ordinary tasks extraordinarily painful, I hear you. Make sure your doctor hears you too. I hear you because I was there when my dad suffered with diabetic nerve pain. If you have diabetes and burning, shooting pain in your feet or hands, don't suffer in silence. Step on up and ask your doctor about diabetic nerve pain. Tell him Cedric sent you.
Why do some cashback cards keep throwing obstacles at you? First, they limit where you earn bonus cashback. Then, those places change every few months. I think I'll pass. Quicksilver from Capital One puts nothing in your way. You simply earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase everywhere. You can't dodge the question. What's in your wallet?
Your brain changes as you get older, but Prevagen helps your brain with an ingredient originally discovered in jellyfish. In clinical trials, Prevagen has been shown to improve short-term memory. Prevagen, the name to remember.
For adults with advanced non-small cell lung cancer, previously treated with platinum-based chemotherapy, including those with an abnormal ALK or EGFR gene who've tried an FDA-approved targeted therapy, this is big. A chance to live longer. With Opdivo, nivolumab. Opdivo demonstrated longer life and is the most prescribed immunotherapy for these patients. Opdivo significantly increased the chance of living longer versus chemotherapy. No biomarker testing is required with Opdivo, though physicians may choose to do so. Opdivo works with your immune system. Opdivo can cause your immune system to attack normal organs and tissues in your body and affect how they work. This may happen anytime during or after treatment has ended and may become serious and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you experience new or worsening cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, diarrhea, severe stomach pain or tenderness, severe nausea or vomiting, extreme fatigue, constipation, excessive thirst or urine, swollen ankles, loss of appetite, rash, itching, headache, confusion, hallucinations, muscle or joint pain, or flushing, as this may keep these problems from becoming more serious. These are not all the possible side effects of Opdivo. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions, including immune system problems, or if you've had an organ transplant or lung, breathing, or liver problems. A chance to live longer. Ask your doctor about Opdivo. Bristol Myers Squibb thanks the patients, nurses, and physicians involved in Opdivo clinical trials.
Don't let dust and allergies get between you and life's beautiful moments. With Flonase Allergy Relief, they won't. Most allergy pills only control one inflammatory substance. Flonase controls 6, and 6 is greater than 1. Flonase changes everything.
Today, the World Health Organization said the Zika virus lingers in the body longer than first thought. It is now urging people returning from areas where Zika is found, such as Brazil, to practice safe sex or abstain for at least 8 weeks, not 4. Late today, we got word that a baby born in New Jersey has microcephaly, an abnormally small brain. The baby's mother is from Honduras and apparently contracted Zika there. In Seattle, a lefty with great stuff threw the ceremonial first pitch on Memorial Day. Burke Waldron raced to the mound in his dress whites. A former Navy petty officer, Waldron was part of the Saipan invasion during World War II. As for the pitch, not bad for 92 years old. In a moment, the sound of music here on the CBS Evening News.
This portion of the CBS Evening News is sponsored by the AZ Helps app from AstraZeneca. Download today.
When my chronic pain got bad, my doctor prescribed medication, an opioid. It really helped, but it came with some baggage. Opioid-induced constipation, OIC. So awkward.
You sound like you're ready for the Movantok. Opioids block pain signals, but they can also block activity in the bowel, causing constipation. Movantik can help reduce constipation caused by opioid pain medications. Do not take Movantik if you have a bowel blockage or a history of them. Serious side effects may include a tear in your stomach or intestine, and can also include symptoms of opioid withdrawal. Common side effects include stomach pain, diarrhea, nausea, gas, vomiting, and headache. Tell your doctor about any side effects and about medicines you take, as Movantik may interact with them, causing side effects.
I'm so glad I had the Movantok with my doctor.
Constipated by your prescription opioid pain medication? Ask your doctor if Movantik is right for you. If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
Your car insurance policy is 22 pages long. Did you read every word? Nope. Only lawyers do that. So when you got rear-ended and you needed a tow, your insurance company told you to look at page 5 on your policy. Did it say, great news, you're covered on page 5? No. It said blah, 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 blah.
The Liberty Mutual app with Coverage Compass makes it easy to know what you're covered for and what you're not. See car insurance in a whole new light. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Defiance is in our bones. Our Citracal bones. Easily absorb calcium plus vitamin D. Defy bone aging with Citracal Maximum, our highest level of calcium plus D.
Ask yourself, do you use artificial tears often? Have you been screened for a type of chronic dry eye disease?
Artificial tears give temporary relief, but only Restasis cyclosporin ophthalmic emulsion helps your eyes make tears. With continued use, 1 drop in each eye twice a day, every day, Restasis helps increase your eye's natural ability to produce tears, which may be reduced by inflammation due to chronic dry eye. Restasis did not increase tear production in patients using anti-inflammatory eye drops or tear duct plugs. To help avoid eye injury and contamination, do not touch the vial tip to your eye or other surfaces. Contact lenses should not be worn within 15 minutes of using Restasis. The most common side effect is a temporary burning sensation.
Be your own advocate. Call your eye doctor to get screened and ask about Restasis.
So, you know, I am Consumer Cellular's #1 fan.
And I'm betting he's just one of millions.
Oh. Nobody loves saving money as much as we do. You gotta love that plans start at just $10 a month.
Without contracts.
It's really easy to switch. You can even keep your number.
And AARP members get special discounts.
It's all about the fantastic customer service.
Got a great choice of phones.
Maybe people do love Consumer Cellular as much as I do.
Told you. Call, go online, or visit a Target or Sears store today.
A sheriff in hot water. Where is Rutherford County's top cop, and how will he respond to serious federal indictments? Our Nick Barris has exclusive new information next.
We end on a musical note with some of the sounds that have evolved with this broadcast over its 68 years as we introduce a new theme tonight. At the beginning, in the late 1940s, the news provided the music, and this was the instrument.
CBS News presents Douglas Edwards.
Good evening, everybody. Leading the news tonight is Washington All the Way.
A wire service teletype pounding out stories accented by bells signaling an urgent item. New sound was added to the broadcast in the early 80s.
This is the CBS Evening News.
Notice it still suggested the sound of a teletype and added a new beat. In the late 80s, CBS commissioned the first theme music for the evening news. For the next 2 decades, that theme, with small variations, became the signature sound of CBS News. In 2006, the broadcast got a makeover, and so did the theme, courtesy of Oscar-winning composer James Horner.
This is the CBS Evening News with Scott Pelley.
In 2011, we returned to the classic.
Good evening.
But this year, we decided it was time for a new beginning.
We are creating the new theme for CBS Evening News.
So we commissioned composer Joel Beckerman to put it together.
Dun, 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 dun.
And he did. Much like we assembled the broadcast each day.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Piece by piece. Until it finally comes together as one musical symphony. And just as the eyeball tells you,
this is CBS.
We hope that when you hear this music, you will know.
This is the CBS Evening News.
And that is the CBS Evening News for tonight. For all of us at CBS News, all around the world, good night.
Days after being indicted, Rutherford County Sheriff Robert Arnold takes a vacation, but vows to keep his job.
A robbery suspect calls his dad for help after hurting himself breaking into a pizzeria.
Kidnapped in the drive-thru. A woman's scary ride lands one man behind bars.
And the Wild Horse Saloon gets a makeover.